Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Taurus, and it's for December 2018. So it's for you, my gorgeous Taurus, and it's for December 2018. It looks like this is going to be like a new turning point when it comes to you, my beautiful Taurus, because the problem that was really draining your energy, the problem that was really big part of your life, the problem that was kind of preventing you to move on, but especially when it comes to certain things, when it comes to your environment, when it comes to your home, when it comes to your finances, but especially when it comes to your home, there were certain things that were kind of like throwing you out of balance because you weren't able to completely relax and completely focus on other things in your life or other parts of your life until this is actually sorted. This is an ongoing problem that the Tauruses are actually going through, and it's pretty much so related to the actual place of living, and it's also related to the actual financial situation, because there needed to be the certain balance that would change the whole situation. And this is why December is going to be really good, because I can see you, my beautiful Tauruses, you are actually going to be able to feel, for the first time in a really long time, you will be able to feel this the sense of calmness. But this sense of calmness that you are going to feel, it's going to be a huge starting point for you. And this is why I'm saying that this month is going to be different, and you will see exactly what I mean, because you have got a number 5. Number 5 in numerology means that there is going to be an element of surprise that is going to come through. With another words, there are certain things that are going to start unfolding in your life, and these things that are going to start unfolding in your life are going to kind of happen in such a way that you're going to be a little bit surprised. And this surprise is going to be brilliant, because it's going to make you to act or react in a certain way, and you would not normally react in that particular way. And also there is something really interesting going to be revealed when it comes to your own personal choice, when it comes to your own personal power, when it comes to your own personal passion. There is the whole new passion that is also going to be revealed now in December 2018, and this is what number 5 means as well. There is the whole new vision that is going to come through. The whole new vision is going to come through towards you, towards your sun, towards your sign. There is a wonderful energy that is just going to start manifesting, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because also when it comes to health, this is going to be a really great reflection, because the health wise, I can see you kind of picking up, especially when it comes to the actual energy levels, quite a lot. So when it comes to the actual energy levels, you're going to find yourself in a situation this month when you're going to be like, oh wow, I feel really good actually. But sometimes, you know, we don't really feel straight away like brilliant or excited or exciting, you know, the very first thing in the morning, you know. And sometimes we can kind of feel the negativity around us, which can kind of trick us into the feeling like we are tired, or that we get tired really quickly. So the really good trick to actually go over this is just to ignore and ignore the feelings of tiredness, ignore the feelings of like heaviness and things like that. If you feel tired or if you feel heavy, just, you know, keep on doing things. Do not wait for the right moment. Do not wait for the right day. Please. This is what also number 5 means, that you're going to have a really tricky situation this month, and that tricky situation this month is going to make you realize, it's going to make you think, it's going to make you think like you have a long time left in order to do certain things in your life, in order to do that particular thing that is going to become available. If you have something that is going to become available to you and more available than normally, do not wait for the right moment, do not wait for the right time. And this is what am I trying to stress, because there is going to be a one-off opportunity that you are going to have, and this is going to be literally life-changing opportunity. And this particular life-changing opportunity that you are going to have, it's going to trick you into the thinking that, you know, you're going to have a longer, or you will be able to have lots of choices later on, but you're not. And this is what also number 5 means, that you just kind of, when you have some kind of choice available for you this month, you just go for it. And what I said is that even if you feel tired, even if you feel drained, the bottom line is The bottom line is just go for it. All you need to do is just tap into this energy. So if you feel really tired and drained in December, just tap into this energy. By tapping into this energy, I mean just go for the things that you want to go for. Do what you want to do, because this is going to be really great. As soon as you tap into that energy, you will be absolutely fine, and you will find yourself achieving quite a lot this month. So this is something what's really important. So when it comes to your actual energy levels, this is going to be absolutely quite good actually, because even if you don't feel perfect, you're still going to be able to achieve quite a lot. So energetically and energy wise, when it comes to balance, it's going to be brilliant. But on another hand, I can see that there are going to be like a cold and flu symptoms, but especially when it comes to the actual throat, and especially the headache. Head is going to be quite sensitive this month indeed. So it's a throat and a headache, and these are like symptoms of a cold, like for example. But I would just highly suggest to I would highly suggest to actually have you know, I was talking about echinacea so many times. Echinacea, I recommended this so many times. It's one of the best possible herbs that you can actually get in order to boost your immune system by increasing the white cell count inside your body, in your body. So echinacea is one of the most amazing herbs indeed. And I would highly recommend you to take echinacea in a liquid form. And also if you're on any other medications, then please just check with your doctor, check with your GP if this is going to interact with your existing medications. I have to say this because only your doctor or your GP can tell you if this can interact with your existing medications. Another thing that I was going to recommend you is also really high dose of vitamin C if you can take, which is absolutely brilliant for healing, and it's also brilliant for all the types of like symptoms when it comes to cold and when it comes to sore throat and things like that. And of course honey. If you eat honey, you may not want to eat honey, you may not like honey, but honey is also quite good actually when it comes to natural organic honey, when it comes to cold, when it comes to flu, when it comes to our throat and things like that. Okay, so this is something that I would highly recommend indeed. Okay, so and what else I was going to say, but starting with the date that is going to be significant this month for you, it is going to be the 2nd of December. Now the 2nd of December is going to be a really this is what it is. You see, somebody is going to try to trick you into something. A nasty person, not really nice person, somebody really deceptive. So you have to be very careful on this day, and this is going to be the 2nd of December. Please be careful, my Tauruses. I love you to bits, but there is somebody who is going to try to trick you into something. Somebody really horrible, somebody really dishonest, somebody who is pretending to be like they're something else. So basically the bottom line is, I'm gonna put it this way, it's like you need to kind of try to avoid like something important or anything important on the 2nd of December. If there is something important you need to do, you want to start some important beginning, if you can try to do on some other day, it would be absolutely brilliant. You know, if you started the process with somebody who you trust, it's absolutely fine, but there is somebody who's going to try to trick you into something. So if you can move this day and try on some other day, then that would be absolutely brilliant. If you can't move this day, that I completely understand. Maybe you should get something like a black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is indeed probably one of the most powerful crystals when it comes to protection against all sorts of negative people and negative energies, evil people, evil energy and things like that, you know, because we can become even more vulnerable when we are surrounded by these negative people, because they can drain so much of our energy. And by wearing a black tourmaline, you protect yourself from this negative energy, you protect yourself from these people, and I highly suggest to wear this. This black tourmaline baby comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description before, where you can purchase this black tourmaline from my store. Now basically, so if you could move this day, it would be fantastic, but if you can't, maybe just protect yourself with something like a black tourmaline or something like that. On another hand, what else I was going to say, that there is going to be a really great accomplishment that somebody is going to have in your family on this day as well. So this is completely non-related to what I just said, but there is going to be the family member that is going to have a really good accomplishment, and that is going to be really good for you, because this is going to become some kind of idea. This is going to give you some kind of a really good idea, and that particular idea is going to become really relevant later on in 2019. So it's all connected indeed. Now the second important date is going to be on the 16th December. Now the 16th of December is going to be very significant, because also when it comes to this particular day, it is going to be a fantastic great accomplishment that you are going to have, and this is going to be really good, and this is going to be very much so to do with the big picture, very much so to do with the bigger picture when it comes to your life, when it comes to your accomplishment, and when it comes to things that you were focusing on. This is going to be really, really good, and this is also going to be your lucky day, I have to say, because it's just going to make you feel really good, and it's all going to be about your own personal accomplishment and the actual, you know, the certain things that you did recently that were really, really wise. You know, you were in a very strange situation recently, you were part of the very unusual situation recently when you needed to make like a certain decision. This decision just made you feel like a little bit uncomfortable, but on another hand, that was really, really wise thing to do, really wise decision that you made, and this is just going to be the direct results of what was actually happening in your life before. But what else I wanted to say to you is that this is going to make you feel really good, and also the 16th of December, it's going to be directly connected to February 2019. So this, what's happening on the 16th of December, it's going to be very much so strongly connected to the actual February 2019, which is going to be the actual continuation of this success, if I can just actually say it like this. And what else I would absolutely recommend is get something like a moldavite. Moldavite is a must, an absolutely essential crystal. This beauty does so many things. This beauty does so many things for us, from making us feel grounded, for protecting us against negative energy, negative people, and it's also helping us to make the best possible decisions when it comes to our career, when it comes to our finances, but it's also to attract the finances, to attract the financial situation, and to make financial situation even better. I would highly recommend to get moldavite. Indeed, very, very powerful crystal. Get it. Now this moldavite comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and you can buy this on my website, and the link is in the description below, but I highly recommend this indeed. Now basically what else I was going to say, now the third important date is going to be on the 28th of December. Now the 28th of December is just going to be there is going to be an obstacle that you're going to have, an obstacle that is just going to manifest like literally out of the blue, and it's just kind of going to prevent you from kind of moving on with your life as quick as you would want to move on from a certain particular situation or particular problem, because there is going to be some kind of a judgment, and that judgment is actually going to be really good, and that judgment is actually going to work in your favor. But before that judgment actually happens, there is something legally going to work out in your favor. So you're not going to be able to kind of have to worry. You're not going to need to worry about a certain problem, because there is a certain problem that is going to come out of go away after this moment. So first of all, it's going to be an obstacle, and this is something that was there related. This obstacle is just going to show up and going to happen just out of the blue, as I said, but this obstacle is related to the certain problem and an ongoing issue in your life since a long time ago, since like about 3 or 4 years ago. So now this is going to come to an end, which is going to be brilliant. And also you're just going to need to remember that you're going to need to forgive and forget. There's a very important karmic realization that you are going to have here, very, very important indeed. And to continue to finish this circle and to finish this particular spiritual journey, when it comes to this, you're going to need to forgive and forget. So this is also connected to some kind of grudge that might have been held against something or against someone. Okay, so now going on the first part of December 2018. Now the first part of December, it's going to be start with like a boom boom boom, and that boom that is going to start is just going to be so good, because it's going to make you feel like very energetic, and it's going to make you feel like really optimistic, and this optimistic feeling and in itself is just going to kind of make you feel good about yourself, and it's going to have an enlightening impact or enlightening feeling on you and your family members, and the people around you are going to be able to feel your energy, and are going to be able to feel you know, your happiness and things like that. And this is going to be really down to the fact that you have done really well. You will have a sign that you are going towards the right direction when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances in general. If you're not working and you're retired, this is going to be connected to your finances in general, of course. But this is going to be really good because this actual realization that you're going to have, that you're moving on towards the right direction in life, it's really brilliant, and it's going to kind of make you to become the part of the picture that you didn't kind of place yourself before, which means that you're going to end up with more, and with the realization that you have more in your life. You have all the resources that you need, and you're just going to end up with even more. And this in itself is just going to make you think about your future, about what you're going to do next. You're going to have a very strong connection with the future, and that in itself is going to make you really determined. There is a whole new determination going to come through, and this is all purely due to your own personal hard work and success that you have done so far. Now, you will realize that you have got a security that you maybe didn't have before. The whole new security is going to come through. So any fears that you must have had, or you might have had when it comes to your home, when it comes to your place of living, your arrangement and things like that, that is actually going to come to an end, which is absolutely brilliant. So I can see, oh la la, did you see that? I knocked a little kitty off. Sorry, my darling, sorry. Okay, so there you go, you're back here now. There you go. Sorry, it's my hand, they're like, yay! But anyway, yeah, so there is going to be a really good news when it comes to the actual family member as well. And that good news, it's not related to the other good news that I said before. So there are a couple of good things that are going to be related to the family this month, indeed. Okay, and also when by the end of the first week in December 2018, you see there is also going to be, what is going to happen, you, my babies, are going to end up focusing on the new direction in your life, and that direction in your life, it's going to become very important. And that direction in your life is so much to do with what you're doing now, and so much to do with your actual progress now. It's a lot to do with apprenticeships, it's a lot to do with the new stage in life, it's a lot to do with the new direction in life, and this is going to give you life in general, indeed. By the time we move into the second part of December 2018, this is going to be brilliant, because you're just going to end up with a very interesting choice indeed. And that particular interesting choice that you're going to end up with is just going to be directly connected to your future planning. And this is when I say that as the month goes by, the more excited you are going to start feeling about a certain stage in your life, which is going to help you here to kind of rediscover yourself, and rediscover your happiness, and rediscover the things in life that you really feel happy about, and that maybe you just kind of forgot about. You see, there is a lot of rediscovery is going to be here, and this particular the mid December 2018, it's also going to be very closely related to the little bit of negative situation that is just going to happen. And that negative situation is just going to make you feel a little bit sad, because it's just going to be connected to some kind of a loss or something like that. And this is just going to make you feel like a negative. And also this is just going to give you a couple of nights when you're going to feel like really down, and you're going to feel really deep, and your mind will really stretch and stretch and stretch. But this is really good, because this is exactly what your mind needs to do. When I say that your mind is stretching, it means that your subconscious mind is going to stretch as much further as it possibly can, in order to get the sacred realization that you are going to have, the sacred power that you are going to have, because you are going to be going through slightly negative situations, which is just going to make you feel like a little bit out of balance, and you will lose like a little bit of synchronicity. But then again, what is going to happen is going to be okay, because you will find a way out, focusing on home arrangements, focusing on your home life, thinking about your home and things like that. This is when you're going to rediscover yourself, and this is when you're going to rediscover your balance. You see, this is really important, because you have a very, very significant message here, that if something really negative happens, that this is exactly what you need to do. You need to focus on your home arrangements and things like that, and that in itself is going going to re-energize you to the point when you're just going to start opening your eyes towards different things in life, okay? And also there is a competition that you're going to be part of. Now this is very significant because now the last the mid part, the last bit of the mid part of December, midweek of December, the last part, you are going to be part of the competition. This is really important. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Any competition that you can be part of, this is going to be absolutely mind-blowing indeed, because whether you're looking for a job, just go for it, look for the job. This is going to be amazing. But what is going to happen, there is going to be a huge massive turning point here, which means that you're going to find yourself in a situation when you're going to be like a completely you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to kind of be completely part of the scenario where you will kind of think like, oh God, I don't know what to do, oh my God, I'm not too sure. But this is exactly what is going to be the answer. This is exactly what is going to be the key to unlock this door in order to move on with your life towards the big, new, huge things indeed. Now, by the time we get to the last part of December 2018, the last part of December is just going to make you feel ecstatic and really happy, because there is a big wish that is just going to come through. Something that you wanted to come through in a long time, something that you were worrying about, something that you wouldn't talk about that much, but a big wish is going to come through. And that big wish is just going to make you be very indecisive, because there are a couple of choices that you're going to end up with that you didn't have before, and these choices are going to be brilliant. When I say indecisive, this is going to be mind-blowing time indeed, because you're going to be so happy, and I can see you having a really great time and celebrating with the really people in your life that are very close to you, and I can see people that are very close to you, like your friends and family members, that you're going to gather around, and that you're going to have a really great celebration at the end of December. And that celebration is going to be really, really good, and because you're going to feel really, really great. And also a huge recognition is going to come through, huge recognition is going to come forward. Very important at the end of December 2018, very important for those of you who are waiting for the recognition at work, career, school, college, whatever you're waiting for. There is a huge, beautiful recognition baby coming towards you. And if you are retired, then also there is this fantastic recognition going to come through, going to come forward, and this is going to reflect the part of your life that is really important to you, part of your life that you were really focusing on, and part of your life that means to you so much. The recognition is going to come through indeed, and this is just going to be very much so connected to luxurious life, luxurious side of life, you enjoying yourself materialistically, you getting things, you buying things, because you're going to end up with a really, really interesting realization by the end of December that you've got all the resources that you need. And this is so important for those of you that have been worrying, for those of you who have been struggling, for those of you who have been struggling materialistically and maybe even emotionally. You know, you're just going to have a really powerful realization at the end of December. I cannot stress enough how important this is actually going to be when it comes to the actual 2019, and now basically 2018 December is just like a one beautiful door that is actually waiting to be open and just enter the actual January, enter 2019. But this is a very, very good to actually finish 2018 with the realization, you know, that you have got as many as resources you actually need to move on with your life. Brilliant. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, my babies, my beautiful Taurus, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you that are in relationship first. Okay, so those Taurus that are in relationship first, and this is for December 2018. December 2018 for Tauruses that are in relationship. Okay, what is going to happen? Okay, Taurus is in relationship. Ooh la la. Okay, Queen of Swords we have here. Okay. Oh la la. Okay, well, this is very interesting indeed. These are your cards here. So we've got a Queen of Swords. We've got a Judgment. Okay, and we've got Six of Swords. Now this is very interesting indeed. These cards are very, very powerful, especially when it comes to cutting out certain things out of your relationship that were getting on your nerves, and also the certain problems and the certain uncertainties that you had. It looks like you will have a chat with your partner and you will discuss certain things that may not be as beautiful to discuss, may not be as nice to discuss, may not be as exciting to discuss, but it just needs to be done. So there is a conversation that you are going to have with your partner that you're not going to enjoy a little bit, but it is going to be related to certain things that just simply need to be done. And this is brilliant because on another hand, big problem is going to come to an end. And also what is going to happen at the same time when the big problem comes to an end, which is going to be brilliant because it's going to help you to both of you to move on with your relationship from one stage to another, because you will realize that you need to talk, you need to discuss things, you know, when you need to discuss problems when they are there, and when they happen, when they manifest, instead of just putting them aside, and then we just end up with too many problems. So now this is going to be really good because really big negativity is actually going to go away after this moment, after this point. That in itself is going to bring a new balance into your relationship, and that balance is going to be so important. Like I cannot even stress this, because it's going to bring you the whole new choice, and that choice is going to be huge, that choice is going to be massive, that choice is probably going to be one of the biggest things that you've done together with your partner since you've been together. So there is something very, very important going to come out of it, some very important future planning that you are going to have with your partner, and this is going to be huge indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you Taurus, my babies that are single, and this is for December 2018. So it's for you Tauruses that are single, and it's for December 2018. Okay, Ooh. Right. Okay, fantastic. Okay, this is absolutely brilliant. So this is the first part of the month. It's not going to be the best to actually try to find someone, but it's not only about that. The first part of the month, it's going to, first week, I mean to say the first week of December, it is going to be the time when you're going to be focusing on certain things in your life, like career, finances, and the direction in life. And this is exactly what is going to happen. And there are also going to be the certain things that you're gonna, I will tell you why am I talking about this, by the way, but there are also going to be the certain things that you're gonna have to sort out at the beginning of December indeed. And these things that you're gonna sort out are just going to be very much so connected to your past, very much so connected to the things that you have done in the past that that have been kind of unresolved. And this is the certain thing that is going to be very significant, because it's going to bring you an insight into what is going on in your life, and that in itself is just going to make you realize something about a certain person in your life that is still part of your life, that it needs to go, whether you know this or whether you don't know this. By the way, this is the reading for those of you that are single, ready to mingle. So it's the realization that you're still holding on for someone from the past somehow. And when I say from the past, it could have been somebody like from a couple of weeks ago that you're maybe kind of focusing on, and it's not the right person. So the first thing is, well, it's going to be the realization that you're going to have. And then also I can see you after that point, so that's going to be the first week of December. Then after that, the first week of December, this is when the things are going to start happening. This is when you're going to be going out a lot and meeting lots of people. This is when you're going to go out a lot and meet so many people, and you will surprise yourself how many people you've actually met. And also when it comes to some kind of like at around the time when you're going to focus on the money, at around the time when you're going to focus on the finances, at around the time when you're going to like kind of direct your energy towards your money, towards your finances, towards your future, towards the planning, you will have a really interesting person coming into your life. You will have a really interesting person walking into your life, and this person is going to be very successful. This person is going to be very good looking. This person is going to be very, very powerful, and there's going to be something very sexy and very mysterious about that person at the same time. And this is someone who's just going to kind of be very successful, but a very good energy about it. It's going to be the fact that their energy is going to be well balance. That person is going to walk into your life at around the same time. You're not going to be focusing so much on love, but you're going to be focusing on your financial side of life. And this is going to be really interesting because there is something very unusual that is going to happen when that person walks into your life. Just watch for this person, because this person is going to become somebody who is going to become a very significant and very prominent figure in your life, my beautiful Tauruses. This person is going to play an important role in your life later on when it comes to your love, when it comes to your happiness indeed. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Taurus. And I'm sending you the brightest blessings, love and light right now. Okay. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.